John, obviously not the result we would have wanted on Tuesday, but we're deep into the business end of the season, 2 league games remaining, mathematically secured the playoffs, still an awful lot to play for.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And I think that's how we've got to look at it. We have to look at it like that. It's been a long season, yeah. At the very start, myself and Paul come in here, we certainly didn't want to be in League One next year. We came here to try and win this league, and there's a lot of work to get done, a hell of a lot of work to get done at the start, and we've got to say that barring Dunfermline having a season like no other, you've got to compliment them. They've been so consistent and deserve to win the league. Now that was a tall order to fulfil under the circumstances. But we've got ourselves in the playoffs, and when we came in here, we had a presentation with the Falkirk Society, the supporter society, and the kind of message we got that night was, playoffs and we'll fill the place. That was the kind of message we got, and we're in there, and we've got to be, thinking positively. Yeah, we're maybe not in the greatest of form, but been in the game a long, long time, so we've got so much to play for. We would have, as I say, first and foremost, we wanted to win the league. But if someone else had said to you, you're going to be in the playoffs. The club last year finished 6th, the year before 5th. Due to COVID, there wasn't playoffs the 2 seasons previous. So for 4 seasons, there's not been any playoffs. We're in the playoffs. We've got to look at it like that. Yeah, Tuesday night was our worst home performance. There's no getting away from that. It was. And we've got to consider, guys, that this is a young squad. This is a young squad. Some of them have never been in this situation before, and a little bit of nerves kicking in, and it happens in all sports. All sports. When you're trying to get over that kind of winning line, finishing line with regards to second place, you're trying to get over it, and a little bit of anxiety can kick in, and a little bit of maybe confidence has just dipped a little bit, and that can make all the difference. So there isn't a magic wand. We just need to, I kind of say that the management here, all the players are completely and totally committed to trying to get the club up. And I know the fans are. And I know we're all together, we're desperate for the football club to get out of this league. And I can assure you, our data on our numbers from the game on Tuesday night were up there. Right up there with anything that we've done during the season with regards to running, sprinting, recoveries, all that type of thing. It's not a lack of effort. The other night there, we lacked some quality. We gave the ball away, turned the ball over, far too much. I was shocked at how much we turned the ball over. And we cannot legislate for that. We've got to be able to control the ball and pass the ball. And we didn't do that well enough. Yet we still had, good opportunities to have got the first goal. And I think the first goal was well in most games. I think the other night there, I think that would have been a big test on Edinburgh if we had got the first goal to the resolve. So what I'm kind of saying is we really, really need to stick together, everyone, because the fans can be the phrase the 12th man. The fans have got a massive part to play. The next games we're going to play out here in the stadium is going to be the playoffs. We're in the playoffs. Below us, the other teams are still fighting to be in the playoffs, and that's going to bring a pressure on them. And our direct opponent on Saturday is Alloa. They're with Edinburgh winning the other night there. They're right behind them now. Obviously Edinburgh's only got 2 games to play, but Alloa have got 3 games to play, and it makes a game on Saturday, possibly a classic, because we're obviously still wanting to, confirm that second place ourselves. We don't want anyone else to do it for us. We want to go and do that ourselves, and Alloa are going to be trying to win that game because they need to try and reassure themselves or, confirm their actual playoff position. So there's a lot to play for. Everyone knows we've got the Scottish Cup coming up next weekend, and we've got to put Tuesday behind us. We have to put Tuesday behind us. A perfect example is Edinburgh. Edinburgh had, and by admission, Alan Maybury spoke with Alan Fraser, our chief scout, our head of recruitment, and he said after they had a couple of poor performances against Peterhead and Clyde, and yet they came out there. And that's how fickle football can be. We can bounce back and we can get back to our best, and that's what we're looking to do.
You mentioned maybe some younger players who hadn't been in this type of situation before, and maybe a bit of nerves creeping into their game. As a management team, how do you and Paul manage that towards this this really important part of the season?
Yeah, we've got to instill that kind of confidence and belief in them that they are good players and going over things that we've done really, really well. Like showing them the stats of the night, the running stats, although things weren't going for them, we were very committed to continue running, continue to try and continue to press, continue to try and get on the ball, even although things weren't necessarily going for us. But we scored a cracking goal. I mean, Kai scored a cracking goal, a great goal. Now, we had an opportunity before that at 0-0, and he doesn't hit the same kind of shot. If he hits the same kind of shot and it goes in, we go one up, and I do believe, and of course it can be argumented, it could be discussed. I think we're going to win the game. So they made an error in defence, in midfield, and the ball went straight to Kai. Kai was in. He's not hit the target. Yeah, later in the game he comes inside, really dribbles well, sets himself up, has a terrific shot. So these were the fine margins of actually getting the result, and the result, would have, to a certain extent, papered over the fact that it wasn't the greatest performance. But at this stage in the season, the results are really what matters. We've done enough to accumulate the points to guarantee the playoff position. But we didn't manage to get that shot on target, and we didn't manage to we've got in behind our defence, in three classic, really, really good situations, twice in the first half when Ryan Williamson got in behind, and then one later in the game when Leon McCann got in behind. With players in the box, I think Romarin's a little bit on his heels early in the game. We could get that done. And then I think it's Hendo and maybe Nizzy or something like that. It's in the box for the other one in the second half. I'm not sure, I can't really remember a bit. I've looked at them, but so two great opportunities, get in behind them, and throughout the season our play has been good. Out on the pitch here, at home, we've been very, very good. That was our poorest performance, but we've had some great performances. We've scored some great goals, and we can't, forget these things. That, the other night it wasn't great, but overall we've had some great performances out there. As I say, scored some great goals, and we have a lot more to play for.
And you mentioned Kai Kennedy. He's been really crucial the last few weeks. He seems to be one of the players who maybe hasn't been affected by nerves. I think it's 4 goals in his last 3 games.
Yeah.
How happy are you with how he stepped up to the plate?
Yeah, exactly that. Kai will be very, very confident. He scored 4 goals in 3 games, and I think he's got 7 goals now. So that's a good return for Kai. We've been at him to add more goals and assists to his game. And the proof of the pudding is there, getting a couple of goals up at Montrose was excellent, and the ones against Dunfermline and the goal the other night there. He brings so much to the team when he's on song and when he's in form, and he is, he'll be thriving on that. So yeah, I mean, as I say, it's just natural. I mean, that little bit of hesitation with a little bit of, as I say, a little bit of nerves kicking in, and a little bit of, maybe just nobody doing quite so well, and the confidence just dips a little bit. And so, that's it. We just got to believe in ourselves. We are a good team. We have played good football. We've still got a lot to play for. We have to park, Tuesday night, and work every bit as hard, produce the quality. Alloa's never easy. As I say, they have got a lot to play for as well, and that should lead to a good game.
And maybe another positive from the other night as well was Ryan Williamson's performance, especially in the first half. I know obviously he hasn't played in about 3 months. He maybe play himself into contention for the rest of the season?
Well, that was the idea, to an extent. Blaine had played a number. He played every game, and virtually every minute, every game since he came here. Ryan has had his injuries for the vast majority of the season. He got a game against Caledonian Braves. We played Caledonian Braves in a bounce game maybe 3 weeks ago or so, and he got through that game, and he's been training consistently since then. So he's got enough behind him now to be given the opportunity, and we felt with games running out, if we didn't put him in sooner, then later it was going to be not able to do it, So it was a game we felt we could put him in, and very pleased with the way that he played. He got to sell in behind that defence. He bounced a couple of 1-2s and got in behind, and he put some really good balls across the face of the goal. It was just a little bit of cramp that kicked in, around about the 65-minute marks, something around about that. And obviously at that point you're as well taking him off and playing him as a direct substitution, very, very straightforward, straight swap. So we've got again now some really, really good competition in that position. As you say, he has played himself into contention, yes.
And with him coming back as well, is that almost a full complement you have going into some really important games?
The only one who's not, and he's not far away, is Sean Mackey. Sean Mackey's the only one who's not quite there, but he's very, very close. And so yes, we've got a really, really strong squad. I mean, so much so that we couldn't even get Paul Watson's fit, but we couldn't get him on the bench. Well, somebody else would have to come off the bench for to put Paul on, and we felt that we wanted, the attacking options. We had enough. We felt defensively, like Liam Henderson can drop into centre back, and then he can go to left back, and we had Blaine on the bench. So we felt that we had enough, defensive options. We had loads of attacking options. So yeah. Just Sean Mackey, really. Just Sean Mackey. Everyone else is fit, and that'll be the same for the squad going into the Alloa game.
Good to hear, John. Thank you for your time, and all the best for the game at the weekend.
Thank you.